This is a video series on setting up JobBook. If you're joining us mid-series, I recommend starting from the beginning, since each video builds on the last. In the last section, I showed you how to set up your equipment and materials line items in JobBook. I also mentioned an additional line item collection, the fixed price line items. In this section, we'll be looking at creating fixed price line items in the JobBook system. For now, let's jump into creating fixed price line items. From the dashboard, click on the Navigate button in the top left corner. Then, click on Administration. Then, click on Fixed Price Items. This is the item list. We'll talk more about this shortly, but first, click the Create button. Just like equipment and materials, the fields in fixed price items are identical. Let's enter the name of your fixed price item. We'll call this item third-party charges. The next field is accounting code. I'm going to give the accounting code the value of 5100. Again, this code is used by your accounting system and should match that code. If you're not sure what your accounting code is, it's okay to leave it blank for now. The next field is category. I'll set this to subcontractors. The next field is unit. It defaults to hours, but you can change it to anything. We'll pick per in this case. Per is useful when charging a fixed amount per item or service. The next field is unit cost. Because pricing for this item can vary from job to job, we'll set it to 0 as a placeholder. You can adjust it later on a per job or per invoice basis. The last two checkboxes are tax exempt and active. The tax exempt checkbox is used to make the line item tax exempt, if applicable. Just like other line items in the system, you can only delete a fixed price item if it hasn't been used. If it has, you'll need to deactivate it instead. When you click the Save button, that will create the line item in the JobBook system. Don't worry, if you need to change something, you can always edit the cost item after creation. As you can see, our new fixed price line item is now displayed on the item list. You can see the category we created, the name, the accounting code, the unit cost. In this case, it's blank because the price is 0. You can edit the item by clicking the pencil on the far right. Now, I'm going to create a few more fixed price line items. We'll use these later in this JobBook setup guide, as well as in the JobBook how to use guide. Feel free to pause the video and create your own fixed price line items. Okay, as you can see, I've created more fixed price line items. You can now use these fixed price items when setting up jobs and invoicing customers. To learn more about creating jobs or invoicing customers, check out our JobBook How to Use guide or follow the link in the video description below. So how are fixed price line items used in the JobBook system? If you recall from the line item video in the JobBook How to Set Up guide, labor cost items and equipment and materials are used by employees when recording their daily work records. Staff use these line items for the dual purpose of payroll and billing the customer. Fixed price line items, on the other hand, are used only when invoicing customers. They capture costs that aren't tied to your work done by your employees, such as third-party charges or fixed service fees. Well, that about covers fixed price line items and finishes up all the different types of cost items in JobBook. In the next video, we are going to put all cost items together, and I'm going to show you how to set up rate sheets in JobBook, so job creation is simpler. In upcoming videos, I'm going to show you how to set up expense items in JobBook, so reimbursing employees is handled easier. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.